In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace your front brakes on your Mazda 3. They're located behind the front wheels. Using a 21mm socket, we're going to take off our lug nuts. Make sure you hold on here. Make sure that wheel doesn't fall off on you. We're going to take off our caps with a flathead screwdriver. And underneath is going to be an Allen wrench opening. You're going to use a 7mm Allen wrench and take out these caliper bolts. Let me loosen this one up also. Be careful not to hit your brake hose. In order to get these out, sometimes you need to put a little tension on them and then they'll come out all the way. Now we're going to take our pry bar and pull out this spring clip. Just slide it under there and pry it out. Set that off to the side. And you can see if your caliper will come off. If not, you might have to just give it a little push like that, and then so I'm putting it between the caliper and the rotor, and I'm just kind of turning it a little bit to squeeze in that piston slightly. Then you can take that off a lot easier. And now I have my caliper hanger. You can use that or a bungee, whatever you got. And you can hang that up out of the way. Let's take off our pad on this side. Set that off to the side. You can take this one out too, or you can leave it there for now. And now we're going to take out the bolts behind here for the bracket. We're going to take this bracket off by removing these two bolts so we can get this rotor off. Using a 17mm socket. I'll loosen up these bolts. Before I take that out completely, I am going to loosen this top one as well. Set that off to the side, and now you can take out your bottom one. I'm holding onto the bracket so it doesn't fall on the ground. Using a 9mm socket, we're going to loosen up our bleeder screw here. That way when we compress our piston, the old brake fluid comes out here. Make sure you have a drip pan below. And once you have it compressed completely, you can shut the bleeder. Just remember, you're going to have to put some brake fluid back in. You can take off your tool. There's a few different tools out there to compress your piston. This is the one I like to use. There's other ones that ratchet and slowly close this. The goal is to just push this in so that there's room for the new pads. All right, remove your brake pad and set it aside. All right, most of the time your rotor is just going to come right off by pulling on it. If you live in a salty place, you're going to have a lot of rust like this one, so you're going to have to use a little bit of persuasion to get this off. So I'm going to take my lug nut, put it on a stud. That way when I finally do get it off, it doesn't go flying across the room, because we're going to bang on it to get it off. All right, so you just want to give it some taps all the way around if yours is stuck. Spin it. start with a rubber mallet first, and if that doesn't seem like it's doing the job, then I step it up to a sledgehammer. So now we can take our lug nut off and take the rotor off. Here we go. Using a wire brush, I'm going to clean around my hub. Okay, now we're just going to clean it off with some brake pads cleaner. Let that air dry, and then we're going to put some spray anti-seize. Make sure you put some anti-seize, either spray or brush on, and that'll keep the rotor from sticking. I'm going to put my rotor on backwards so that I can clean off the oils that are on it. Let that air dry and then flip it over and do the same on the other side. I'm going to hold on my rotor with a lug nut. It's much easier to install a caliper and its pads when you got a pretty steady, stable rotor. We're going to clean our bracket now using a flathead screwdriver and, wire brush. You can use this too if you want. Anything to get the rust off. Make sure it's got a good surface for the new pads. I usually start off with a flathead screwdriver and get in the crevices. Then I can do the big stuff with this or my wire brush. After you clean it up, you just want to clean it off with a little brake clean. We're going to put our bracket back on now that it's clean and get our bolts started. All right, we're going to snug those up and torque them after. Torque this to 80 foot-pounds. Our slides need some silicone paste on them, so we're just gonna finger paint on there. And then we're gonna insert them in, make sure they're lubricated, slide them back and forth. And now we're ready to install our brake pads. We're going to insert our pad into the piston first, and then we'll do the other one. Like that. Now we're going to put our other pad in. Like that. And we could take this off our holder. Or if you have a bungee cord, don't forget to take that out. Spin that down. Line up your pads, make sure they're locked in where they belong. And once you feel good about that, you're going to try to get your slides to line up. We're going to tighten these up and then torque them to 20 foot-pounds. I'm going to torque these to 20 foot-pounds. Make sure you put your cap on your bleeder screw. And put your caps back on your slides. We're going to put our spring clip in. Insert these two into the holes. Take off your lug nut. You don't need that anymore. And the procedure is the same on the other side for the brakes. When you're done with that side, you can pump the brake a little bit and make sure the piston squeezes those pads where they belong so that you have brakes. We're going to install our wheel now. All right, I like to walk the wheel on. When you're tightening, make sure you go in a star-like pattern. We're going to torque our wheel to 85 foot-pounds in a star-like pattern.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.